Pencil and paper. So, I'm going to talk to the parents just for a second. But a lot of you in the audience today are parents. You have parents. Were parents. Could be parents. But as parents, we want the best for our children in their education and their jobs, right? Say yes.
Yes.
And we try to give them advice. We try to give them information. We give them suggestions. We are trying to help guide them on what they need to be doing, right? I mean, we've been through it. We've experienced life. We know some of the things that work. We know some of the things that don't work. You know, going down, a kid, putting your hand on a hot stove, we teach them not to do that. Why? Because as parents, somewhere along the line, we had learned that wasn't a good thing to do, so we try to teach the children not to do that. We teach the children not to drive fast. We teach them not to text while they're driving, although they're watching us text while we drive. Don't do that. Okay? So, when your kids ask your advice, and when they seek your counsel, and you're giving them this information, and they start to ignore it, and they're not listening, or they're going off in their own direction, moms and dads, how does that make you guys feel?
Crazy.
Bad, right? Makes you nuts. Makes you absolutely nuts. You're not happy with them. You're pretty frustrated, right? So, I'm not your parent. I'm not your dad. I'm certainly not your mom. However, you have come to us for some guidance. You have come to us to say, help me. Teach me. You've done this in the past. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people have been guided along in the 40 years or so I've been doing this, either touching people directly or indirectly in the system, in the guidance, when I was coaching for Mike, when I was coaching the coaches, whether I was coaching you individually or collectively, whether I coach our coaches, whether you see it on a video or a YouTube, or we have a conversation sitting down and we're just eating lunch together over here. We have these conversations and you're here seeking some information and some advice. Maybe our program and our systems could help you too. This is what you're thinking. Or at least I hope that's what you're thinking. So when we line it out for you, and we put it on paper, and we discuss the whole thing in detail, and we work with you to make up your schedule, set your time in place, put all the pieces together in your time management logs, help you with your scripts, your dialogues, overcoming the objections, working on some strategies. And you don't listen. And you do it your way. I won't ask you how that makes me feel. Because it drives me nuts. Think about it. As a parent, wouldn't that drive you nuts? Well, as an educator, as an awakener, it drives me nuts. See, I don't think of myself quite as a teacher. I think of it more as an awakener. Okay? All I can do is help you see it, get it, put you on the path, and then the rest of it really is up to you, right? Say yes.
Yes.
So, I wrote down here a question. How much of what we line out for you, how much of what we suggest for you, how much of what we put in the paperwork for you do you do on a daily, weekly basis? Don't answer it. Just write it down. 10%, 15%, 50%, 80%?